Hey, Dan here with Sweet Maria's. I'm working on my Baratza Preciso grinder right now that started having problems the other day. And I pulled it apart and came across a small issue that needed to be fixed. And so I wanted to make a short video to show you what's going on with it and how to fix it. So what was going on was that I would grind my coffee, and I normally have my grinder set somewhere around 10. As soon as I hit the start button, the grinder would just shoot down to 0, the finest setting. And no matter how many times I pulled it back to 10, as soon as I hit start and the burrs came in contact with the beans, the grinder would just shimmy down to 0 setting. And what had happened is there's this little plastic burr collar, or burr holder rather, that holds the top burr in position above the bottom burr, and the collar itself seats into a adjustment collar in the top of your grinder. So if I pull the basket off the top here, you can see there's your bottom burr, and this just sits in like that. Now it's supposed to have 3 tabs on it, 3 plastic tabs. There's one there, and one there, and there should be one right here, and there's not. It broke off. And without that tab, it was just allowing the burr set to slip. So that's what was going on. And I have another issue here, is that this one has a crack, or is cracked in 2 places, so it really needs to be replaced. I went online to Baratza's website, and they do sell these burr holders. They're only about $4, so they're really a cheap part. And so if you do break your grinder and you think it's done for good, make sure to pull that top burr and see if this is the issue. So all you really need is a flathead screwdriver in order to change the collar. And it has 2 plastic tabs on the inside. There's one there and one there, and you just need to pull one back in order to remove the top burr set. Now, as I showed earlier, mine's cracked, so I don't really need to do it. But essentially, you just get your screwdriver in there and you push one of them down, and that allows you to rock the burr out. I'm going to go ahead and just pull this one out, though. And so there's my top burr set. Okay, so I've gone and cleaned off my burr set a bit here, and we're going to go ahead and install it into the burr holder. And so you're going to want to put it in at an angle and line up the 2 flat sides here on your top burr with the 2 tabs here. So it'll sort of just seat in between those, like so. And you're going to also drop it in at an angle. So the left side, in this case, is underneath that tab, and the right side is on top of the tab, just like that. And then you'll just put your palm on it, give it a firm push, and it is seated in place. Okay, so we are ready to put this in our grinder, and this just drops right in the top. That little red tab sits at about 5 o'clock, and it should just drop right in. Where are you at? There it goes. So it kind of locks in place. Put your little rubber piece back in, like so. And then you can drop your hopper on. You have to remember that it has a wide tab and then a really narrow tab. And the narrow tab goes on the right. And we should be back in business. Okay, so let's go ahead and give this a whirl and see how it works. A little bit of coffee in the hopper. And no movement, good as new.